Hey guys, I've got Mike Porter over here with me. He's won both of his games so far, scoring 100 points in each of them. Mike, what can you tell me about the event, about the games? Your first impressions about the event, let's start with that.
Okay, so first of all, I'm sure you can see, what scale. I've been to Vegas. This is absolutely up there with Vegas on scale-wise. Gamers, everybody's passionate. It is an incredible event. Zach's done a great job. If only he would give me some free beers for this interview, I would give him a 10 out of 10. But at the moment, it's a 9.
All right, so you're playing Harlequins. What list
Yes.
have you brought?
So I'm using a list that I've concocted in my own bedroom after hours of consideration. No, so I went to WTC this year and I noticed the Polish player Patrick, lovely guy, was running a list with 8 boats, 2 Death Jesters, and a few other little bits and bobs. And I was like, right, okay, that is the list I want to use. So yeah. LGT terrain is very much, it's very much like, it's dense, but also if you can move and get angles to shoot, then you are absolutely golden. And the Harlequins list does that better than anybody. It moves, it shoots, it does combat. 22 inches, no matter where you are on that board, I can move and I can see you and shoot you. And if I can't, for whatever reason, I can charge you, and I'm great in combat as well. So it's a list that I think lends itself really well to this terrain and this mission pack.
Right, so what about your game 1 against the Blood Angels? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so my two best matchups, Marines in general are really good for me, but my 2 best matchups are slow-moving armies or armies that only do damage in the combat phase. So I played Blood Angels round 1. They only do damage in the combat phase, and we played Dawn of War, and it was the mission where you can't move into that middle to pre-game move and things. So
they're infiltrators and curses where
the infiltrators, the Death Company's pre-game move,
yeah,
all of those things, and it was very much. I had a safe distance of 24 inches, and I just went, okay, I'm going to go within that 24 inch, knowing I'm going to kill the unit that was there. So it's a really good matchup for me, even though the Blood Angels played really well. He was trying to take advantage of the cover for the extra save. I do so many mortal wounds in the shooting phase, the combat phase. So yeah, that was a really good one for me. Yeah.
Okay. What secondaries did you play? Did you play the usual deadly performance behind enemy lines?
No. So what I didn't want to do, I didn't want to take Deadly, knowing that I probably didn't want to commit into his deployment zone, and I possibly wouldn't kill 2 units turn 1. So I kind of gambled, thinking I could maybe do 15 there, but if I take no prisoners, I will get a definite 13. So I took no prisoners, which is the same category as Deadly performance, and then I took behind enemy lines and the Harlequin psychic secondary Weave, which is amazing. He had no psychic defense, so I scored maximum points on everything, even no prisoners. I tabled him. He was worth 15 points, so I managed to max out on that as well, which I was surprised about. I thought I'd only get 12, 13, but did well there.
And what about your second game? You've mentioned slow armies, so I think the second game was against a slow army. Was a Death Guard, wasn't it?
Yeah, they don't get much slower than Death Guard, and it was also the mission where there's 4 objectives running right through the middle of the board.
Data Scry Salvage.
Data Scry, you've only got 1 in your own deployment zone, you have to hold 2. So the Death Guard player had to come out in the open with the way the terrain looks in this format. So as soon as anything came out, I was able to kill it. He didn't score any primary points in the game, and I could just pick units off at will. It is a really good matchup for Harlequins. He played it as well as he could have done, but yeah, it was very one-sided.
Yeah, I always get the feeling that when you play Data Scry Salvage in an unfavorable matchup, it only makes it worse. Would you agree with that statement?
Yeah, exactly. So you can play a bad matchup in most missions, and you can kind of limit it to 20 points. Data Scry, you double that at least, because you're not scoring primary points. And if your army's not built to score secondaries passively, then you can end up with a really low score, which is what happened in our game. So.
Right, well, thanks, Mike, for coming in, and
my pleasure.
Congrats on your 2 wins, and
Cheers.
good luck for the rest of the event.
Thank you very much.
Right, thanks, guys. See you soon.
Nice one.